Okay, I'm here again. I'm really only doing this because I have a procedure coming up next month and I'm just taking a test to confirm that my period is coming and I am doing that procedure. I look so tired. Not even tired. Anyway, I'm gonna take a pregnancy test and it's gonna be the same as all the other 300 pregnancy tests I've ever done, I'm sure. But I'm doing it because in December I will be having a procedure done and I'm just kind of confirming with my body, I guess, that I am going to be getting my next period. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a test. So anybody else who has been trying to conceive for years, you probably purchased bulk pregnancy tests. For a long time, I would just go out and purchase a pregnancy test when I wanted to use one, and dang, that gets expensive. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use just a little dip test. It's kind of like the ones they use at the doctor's office. And it's so funny because so many videos I see of women finding out that they're pregnant, they like set a timer and come back 3 minutes later and look at it. Like, no. I watch that test from the minute I dip it until the minute that it goes across, because I know that if I'm pregnant, both lines are gonna light up pretty much right away. So this one's negative. I just dipped it. It's still going across. You're not supposed to move them when you take them, but I really don't think that matters. So it's a negative again. They're always negative.
Jake just told me I'm like 3 months pregnant. This is my belly today. I'm not pregnant. I just have endometriosis.
Good morning, PCR in Victoria.
Hi, good morning. How are you today?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. My name is Teralyn Parfit. I am calling because I'm being referred for a tubal recanalization.
Okay.
And I'm just calling to report my cycle day 1.
Okay. Here. Sorry, what was the first name? I got the last name.
And my name's Teralyn.
Oh, here we go. Perfect. On August 23rd is your birthday?
That's me.
Okay. Okay. And let me just make sure that I have the... Here we go. So, and then still 4 to 6 bleed time.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right, I've got your form right here. I will fax that off, and then as soon as we hear back, we will give you a call.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, love. You have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Woo! Okay. So the date is December 11th, 2020, and this month marks 3 years since going to the doctor regarding our fertility issues. So it's kind of a big month for us. We've been through a lot in this whole trying to conceive journey. In July of 2020, I was diagnosed with stage 3 endometriosis, which, if I'm honest, I really knew that I had that disease long before I was diagnosed, and I really had to fight to even find a doctor who would perform a laparoscopy to diagnose me. So I was relieved at that diagnosis, honestly, because like I said, I really was suffering and I knew that I had that, and so it was really validating for me to hear that diagnosis. But unfortunately, I was also diagnosed with blocked fallopian tubes. Both of my fallopian tubes were blocked, and actually my right ovary was adhered into my pelvis. So the doctor who performed the lap actually said that I had a 0% chance of conceiving naturally and referred me to a fertility clinic for IVF. When I had my initial consult with the IVF doctor, I let him know right away that I had done a ton of research and we were not interested in doing IVF, and I knew that there was a procedure called a tubal recanalization, which is where they basically go into the tubes. So there's a procedure called an HSG that you can have where they flush the tubes with fluid. They just push fluid through the cervix into the uterus, and it's supposed to go out the tubes if they're open. I'd already had that done. I already knew that my tubes were blocked. So I wanted a recanalization where they actually go into the tube with a catheter and they kind of poke it open and then they blow fluid while they retract the catheter, so it kind of blows your tubes back open, and I knew that I wanted that. The fertility doctor actually was not even going to recommend that to me. He just recommended that I do IVF, which we already knew we were not interested in IVF. So anyway, this month I had my tubal recanalization. I pushed for it, I advocated for myself, and I got that procedure this month on December 2nd. So today is December 11th, and I had that done on cycle day 7. So I've just ovulated, or I'm around ovulation time. I got a peak test last night, and I'm going to take another ovulation test right now to see if I get another peak or if my peak is over. So hopefully we have made a baby this cycle. This will be our first real cycle trying, because all of the months and years really that we've been trying before this month, my tubes have been blocked. So long story short, the recanalization worked and my tubes were opened and it was successful. So as long as the endometriosis doesn't cause infertility for me, I should be able to conceive this month. So we're really hopeful about that, and I'm just going to go ahead and film my ovulation test and see if I've reached my peak or if I'm peaking today. I would suspect I'm peaking today just on my typical cycles and how I typically ovulate. Even though I got a peak yesterday, sometimes it looks like a peak, but it's not. And if you're part of the trying to conceive community, you definitely know how ovulation tests can be kind of iffy. And I did get 2 very strong lines, but the test line wasn't stronger than the control line, which is kind of what you're looking for when you're looking for a peak ovulation test. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So this is a really great example of a test that's positive. Whoa, my finger. This is the test line, that's the control line, and you can see that the test line is definitely somewhat stronger than the control line. So this, my friends, is a positive ovulation test. Yay! So with my ovulation test being positive today, it actually puts me at test time being right around Christmas time. So I could be finding out that we have a Christmas pregnancy, or I could be finding out that I'm pregnant near Christmas, which is so exciting. I think that I probably will film the process of taking some pregnancy tests this month, because I already know I'm going to be taking pregnancy tests. And I know there's quite a lot of women on YouTube who film that process and document that process. And mainly the reason that I want to document that process is for myself and my family and anybody who is on this journey and interested in what this process looks like. Anybody who's on the journey knows what the process looks like, really, but mainly it's for memories, and so my family can kind of be updated with what is going on with us and all that good stuff. So it's kind of weird, but wish us luck for this month.